Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to hop on real quick and talk about these patents that were released to the public 2 days ago for the Nintendo 2 Switch. As you guys can see, I'm already open on the website. First things up on the homepage is the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. This is my first time going through this website with you guys and on my own in general. So just wanted to do a quick play-by-play and talk about the potential for future games to utilize this patented technology. As you guys are aware, most patents aren't really utilized. We've had patents over the years that were just created and pretty much left to the wayside. The ones, like for example this one in front of us right now, obviously we saw the Switch first look trailer, so I kind of wanted to just go through it, see if there's anything worth pointing out, and let's go from there. So as mentioned like 3 times already, this is a patent for the Switch 2 Joy-Con. The right one, we have the optical sensor, we have the synchronize button. You want to synchronize your Joy-Con. Back then you could either slide it on to synchronize a new set of Joy-Cons and then hold down, or you could just hold down the side buttons that's showing on the number 50 patent. And then we have our L and R bumpers. They're a lot longer than the ones on the Switch Joy-Con. That's a lot better than for us people with big hands. Our face buttons, we got the joystick, we have the magnets that will help align the slot to insert into the Switch console itself. Another quick thing, I know I'm dogpiling on, but all those people concerned about people snapping off their Joy-Cons off their Switch because it has a protruding nub on the Switch console itself, I think that worry is unwarranted, because for one, Nintendo has a good development team, or what do they call it, the quality control team, and they've been in business for how many decades now. If anything, they could have easily snapped off. People probably had some concerns with the Switch 1 where you could just snap off a Joy-Con. Yeah, with enough force, I could probably snap off a Joy-Con, but I'm not going to. I'm not saying I'm gonna baby my console, especially as the years go by, but yeah, I don't think you have to worry about the thing just snapping off if you're just casually popping it off and on. It's built to last. A lot of people, including myself, still have their day one Switch. Put that worry on the wayside for right now. Like I said, these are the magnets, the L and R button. Oh, we're gonna get back to that, because one thing we saw during the Switch 2 first look trailer, we saw like there was a small section of the 2-minute trailer where the Joy-Cons were just sliding across the table. Prior to that, there was speculation and rumors that the Switch 2 Joy-Cons were going to be able to be used as optical mouses. Back to this patent there, and what we saw on the actual overview trailer, there's like a optical sensor here that is found mostly like in mouses. For example, the wire's not long enough. I'm trying to show you guys. Can you guys see it? No. Oh, here. So this is my mouse. See that that's the indicator light that it's on. Little middle part, that's, I guess, an infrared bounces off the 2 optical lenses and then shoots down to the surface to kind of track where the mouse is moving. I don't know too much about mouse technology, but it looks very similar to what we find on the Joy-Cons. And like I mentioned in the review trailer, there was some motion that simulated mouse movement. I will show you, and to further solidify that, we're gonna look at this drawing section right here. So here we have patents galore, and like I mentioned, patents don't necessarily mean it's something is immediately in development. Nintendo can patent something that they potentially want to do, but never gets to R&D, and it never gets, well, obviously, which would be the next step is development, release to the public. So these are the pictures I wanted to show you guys specifically. Would be this one. So as you can see here, this is like a normal, this is even common, the top part, it's even common with the Switch 1 Joy-Cons, where you're holding them, you're either like as they showed us in the Switch 1 trailer, where the guy's leaning back on the couch playing Mario Kart or whatever the fuck, and he just has these 2 Joy-Cons, like more in a relaxed fit, instead of having to be hunched over with like one Xbox PS-esque controller. like a gamepad or a pro controller. The figure 25, that's what's new to us, is the way he's holding it, like if it's face down or whatever, like he has it like on a surface. In the trailer actually showed us that you'll connect your Joy-Con first to like a strap, and I'm guessing if it is like some sort of mouse mode, it's to protect the shoulder buttons and to give you, I guess, more of a glide when you snap the Joy-Con onto a Joy-Con strap. You can move it around and all that stuff. As you can see, your bumper button is going to be used as a left click button, and I'm guessing the trigger button is going to be used as a right click button. You can use your thumb on the Joy-Con as a scroll wheel, or even other functionalities or other buttons in there. One of the games that I would see using this functionality would be games like WarioWare-esque games. Those are the first ones that come to mind that can fully utilize, I guess, the quote-unquote fun factor of the new mouse mode. Here we have further use. At the very least, Nintendo has patented it, and like I said, it's more of a it's gotten past the patent portion of it, because we saw, I know, a gliding motion in the actual official overview trailer of this Switch reveal trailer. Switch 2, reveal trailer. And once again, we're seeing that hand motion in a different angle on this patent figure 26. Well, I wouldn't say other patent, but other figure of the same. And once again, the bumper is going to be your left mouse click, and your trigger is going to be the right mouse click, and then your thumb will be like a scroll wheel or some other functionality depending on the game that you're playing. Now there's two-handed mouse controls. I wonder what would be a cool game to play with like two mice, kind of like I mean, you can do like I'm not as creative as the devs at Nintendo, so you gotta give me a minute. Somewhere where like you're simulating your hands as arms, and not just like swinging your arms like boxing arms, like the game arms, but like you're like reaching for stuff, like sensing stuff. I don't know, but that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, here's like another, like this kind of gameplay holding, this kind of like hand positions would be perfect for like shooters or RTSs, point and click games. Yeah, so you can have your aim down the sight with the right with your middle finger, and then shoot with your index finger. Maybe you can switch weapons with your thumb. Actually, move with the left stick. You move your camera though by sliding around the mouse mode Joy-Con as a mouse, similar to how you would on a PC. Another thing is, I wonder if having a mouse mode means that they're gonna bring back the internet browser. I've heard that one of the reasons why they didn't bring an internet browser to Nintendo Switch was it was a lot more easier to hack that way, but people obviously found ways around that to hack their Nintendo Switch once through homebrews and just connecting their Switch directly into computer. It's in the hardware, especially like during the first year's battle in that space, can get very creative and very technical to find ways to hack their Switches or find ways to make it a better experience, quote unquote. But yeah, we'll see if this indicates some sort of internet browser. Here we are with the split Joy-Cons, 2 players. Like I said, like I'm just repeating myself, but I do appreciate the bigger shoulder button. I believe this is the inside of a Joy-Con. I think I skipped a few pages. Like I'm not tech savvy in the slightest. But yeah, another thing I wanna. Oh, so here's the protruding apparatus that people are saying, oh, you're gonna snap it off if you're easily, like kids are gonna snap it off. Well, not if you're treating your Switch with at least some form of decency. It's not gonna just snap off. And also that's why there's like these magnets on the end of each Joy-Con in order to kind of guide it into the protruding thing or whatever. Yeah, we'll see. And I'm sure there's gonna be YouTube videos where people deliberately break their switches for either clicks, or I know there's like this one channel, I forgot what it was called, but he deliberately breaks technology to see how durable it actually is. Like he'll drop it off like a roof or something. Yeah, but that's his whole shtick. It's not like he's being he's not clickbaiting or trying to get some rage clip. Yeah, this is, and I believe that all these patents that were released to the public are going to be what's part of the Switch 2 officially. For one, because this is what we officially saw in the official first look trailer. But the only thing that's still, even though it's all but confirmed, is the mouse mode. Like, who knows, Nintendo could pull the wool over our eyes, and to pull the rug under our feet and say, never mind, I don't know where you guys got them. We're just sliding the Switch 2 Joy-Cons across the table just for shits and giggles. You guys are the one that came up with that conclusion. Oh, this looks interesting. I heard somewhere that this could be potentially like the new Pro controller. Yeah, it kind of like looks like a boomerang, kind of weird looking. As long as it's comfortable to hold, and maybe they're hoping you can use this as a mouse mode too. If they're hoping, because for example, like you can't split the original Pro controller in half, and there's like, so how embedded is this mouse mode into the Switch 2's concept if they're even creating Pro controllers to be able to split in half? Because the original Joy-Cons can split in half and do all that weird stuff. It's just they don't have the mouse mode. There's a lot of functionality with the original Joy-Cons that aren't in the original Pro controller. It's like the original Pro controller doesn't have an IR sensor, but they're hoping that the Switch Pro controller 2 can also become mouse mode. So it makes you think, how embedded is this mouse mode into the new Switch 2 hardware? Because to be honest, I think the Switch, similar to most gimmicks that Nintendo comes out with, it's gonna live and die like in the first 2 years. Like the 3D on the 3DS, to be honest, 95% of my game time on the 3DS was with the 3D off. It just made everything look blurry. Maybe it's my eyes that are fucked up or whatever. But, and then for the the IR sensor in the Switch 1 Joy-Cons, there was only like 6 games that utilize it. And then HD Rumble, it's more of a passive gimmick. Better rumble, which I do appreciate. It's kind of like the haptic feedback on the PS5 controllers, but like I mentioned, not a lot of developers utilized it to the fullest. But mouse mode, we can see like DOS games in the Switch 2, like Quake, the original Doom, other games like that from the 80s. That'd be pretty cool to see. Like we're making like a bundle pack of like DOS games for Switch 2. Maybe like up the resolution and then give it an option to have the original resolution. But yeah, so now I kind of want to go over some games that could potentially utilize the Switch, because it's all but confirmed, the Switch mouse mode. So first up, we're gonna go over some categories like RTSs. I've already talked about the Halo Wars bundle pack, XCOM X games. Well, there's like XCOM 2 that came out on the Switch 1, or was it the original XCOM? That could also utilize mouse mode proficiently. To be honest, you can throw almost any genre of gaming to use the mouse mode, except for like, I don't know, 2D platformers or 3D platformers. Well, 3D platformers you can, because you're still using a camera. It's just not as convenient, in my opinion. But like shooters, first-person shooters, like Halo Master Chief Edition, and then apparently we're getting a Call of Duty game on the Switch 2, but who knows which one it'll be. Maybe Black Ops 6 or the new. I heard the new Black Ops is not actually going to be a new Black Ops. It's just going to be a big ass DLC for Black Ops 6, which to be honest I appreciate, because that gives more of a lifespan to Black Ops 6 without having to drop another $70. Another game is the Halo Master Chief, a Halo Master Chief collection that's been heavily rumored. I would really appreciate that. Anything Halo. Top-down shooters. Speaking of Halo, top-down shooters like Halo Spartan Assault, or that one mode from Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies, I believe it was. There was like a top-down zombie mode, or also strategy games like tower defense games, sort of like real-time strategy games that are tower defense-esque, like Thronefall. That's a really fun game that I've put a lot of hours in. It's actually on the Switch One, which I recently found out about. What else? Splatoon 4, a third-person shooter. They're pretty much done with Splatoon 3, I think. I think the final Splatfest came out last year. You can easily like have the Call of Duty method where come out with one every year, just bump up, add a new game mode or add a new something. I mean, a lot of fans I don't think would appreciate it, but what they're like preferably a new Splatoon game every other 3 years or 4 years. Like they had 2 Splatoon games on the Switch One, which was Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3. Maybe this generation they'll have Splatoon 4 and 5, but we'll see. Would be sim games like the new Animal Crossing was the second most best-selling game on the Switch One, I believe. Hopefully it wasn't lightning in a bottle, because I know there's a lot of Animal Crossing fans out there, but that would be a cool game to like have mouse controls for. Mario Maker 3. That would be an amazing game to have mouse controls for. Mario Maker 2 kind of came and went, but I think that's more so like that also had to do with the shareability of the levels. Because in Mario Maker 1 you had a Miiverse and you had codes and shit, but Mario Maker 2 made it more convoluted in order to share your maps and look up different maps that people have created. What else? But yeah, I think those are like simulator games and building games. What really an RTS is. And like I mentioned, like I'm repeating myself, but like any genre of game, not so much 2D platforms, would benefit with the mouse mode. Just think of if you create a mouse mode, you can pretty much port any Steam game onto the Switch 2 for the most part, if it's powerful enough and you can port it correctly. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so these are my quick thoughts on the patents that came out earlier this week. I do believe that this all but confirms mouse mode. If you needed any other confirmation that mouse mode will be available on the Switch 2, we'll definitively see on April 2nd. I just want to thank you guys all for watching and have a nice day. Please like, subscribe, and hit that noti bell. Bye bye.